citizen, I'm warning you. Your presence is interfering with Imperial business. Be gone!
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say. You look tired, friend. The bannered mare has beds for rent.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Everything all right? If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's Cauldron. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat. No lollygagging. If you're heading east, steer clear of Hilgrid's tomb. Think about those old crypts. The dead having trouble staying that way. Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. If so, well met. You should talk to the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. Lend any aid you can. Storm cloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come. Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze Home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested. Looking to do some hunting, eh? Avoid Brittleshin Pass. It's southeast of here. Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need? Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. Have you seen that Shrine of Asura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The Companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
Days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
Need anything else? Just let me know.
Need something?
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives.
Sadia, dear?
Sovngarde beckons.
Yes, Mom?
Every one of us
We're
dies.
running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run, fetch some more.
But this land is ours.
Oh, yes,
and we'll
Mom.
see
I'll
it
make sure it
wiped
gets
clean
done.
Of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Oh, did you need something?
I ain't done nothing.
Mister,
What?
could you spare a coin?
Why are you looking at me? Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure, whatever.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
What can I do for you?
The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods
If
Store.
it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Some parting advice? Women, love.
Well met, kinsman. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that.
This is an
They are
ode to
saying
Skyrim's
dragons
staunch
have returned to
protector,
Skyrim.
the Imperials.
Now that there,
Drink to our
that's
youth,
a real
today's come
problem.
and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our
Ain't
blood
sure
and
if
our
they're taking
steel,
on new
we will
members,
take back
but you should
our
talk to the
home.
companions. They're over in their hall. Jorvaskr.
Down with Ulfric, the killer
If by
of
work,
kings.
you
On
mean
the day
testing
of
your
death,
steel in
we
bloody
will
battle.
drink and we'll sing. We're the children of
Ah, the most
Skyrim,
important
and we
question
fight
of all,
our
that one.
lives. And when
You'll want the
Sovngarde
bannered
beckons,
mare.
every one
See
of
old
us
Hulda.
dies.
She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the
But
bard,
this land is
Mikhail.
ours, and we'll see it
Poncy
wiped
little milk
clean
drinker,
of the
that one.
scourge that has sullied our hopes and our
Ah,
dreams.
man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikhail, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Need something?
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. Yeah, take care. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout.
My lord,
You're so well met.
this is no time for rash action.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If the dragon is lurking in the mountains...
View that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps? Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come back anytime if you need a rest. What do you need, my friend? Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the Restoration School, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Until next time. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
Foolish old. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Send you back to River.
Yes, Houseguard. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a wasting.